Are you looking for action figures? Then head over to the Chosen Prime. The link is in the description. Just follow that. And man, they got everything your heart desires. Transformers, 5-2 toys, Power Rangers, Turtles, Marvel, DC, statues, whatever you want. Just go over and follow that link, man. You can order everything you want. Just order. Just go over there and order.
Well, hey there everybody. How y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day or night, and welcome back to my channel. As always, I'm Deluxe. Alright, we're going to do a which one belongs to your collection, and today we're going to focus on Ultra Magnus. I'm so excited. I love doing this. Please hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. If you haven't subscribed, already do that for me. It really helps out as well. So let's just get right to it. Let's talk about some Ultra Magnus. Open, damn it, open. Alright, so let's start off with some third party. Now this set is from Fans Projects. Now this was with an add-on kit for the Classics Ultra Magnus. I think this was one of the very first third-party kits we got, or add-ons. That's where, you know, third-party came from, was add-on kits. I think it was my first purchase as well. Great thing about this thing, had a big effing gun, which really couldn't hold it that well. But you could also parts form into the trailer, so that's pretty cool. And like I said, it made the white Optimus Prime, or the white Prime, into Ultra Magnus. Still a really good set. You know, I still have it. It's pretty cool. They did a Nemesis Prime version, and I think they did some other versions too as well. They also did Hot Rod, and it made him in Rodimus Prime. So yeah, this is one of the first ones. This is TFX01 City Commander trailer set for you know, for Fans Projects. And also Fans Projects did a TFX07 also armor kit for the classic Ultra Magnus too as well. I didn't even know this was made. It doesn't look that good. Like I said, I don't remember it being made. They did an Optimus Prime version as well, but this one looks kind of meh. I like the original one better, the TFX01, but they did this one too. So this is TFX07. This is also from Fans Projects, and it was an add-on kit for Ultra Magnus. Now they also have done some other, you know, upgrade kits for DNA designs for the Ultra Magnus from Kingdom. They did a perfect effect for the Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus. You know, so this, you know, basically they've done some other stuff for them, and you know, it's pretty cool. So there you go. There's some add-on kits for some other ones. And then we move on to Generation Toys. Now, this is not actually called Ultra Magnus, but he has Ultra Magnus colors. It's really a great Transformer. This is called the White Gorilla, and he is a recolor of the Primal that they originally did. But man, this thing has some excellent paint, great articulation, transformation is fun. I love the weapons. So he does have the white, you know, he does look like the Ultra Magnus version of him, and that's why I threw him in, because it just looks really good. He's a fun, great Transformer. So there you go. That is Generation Toys. That is White Gorilla, and it is Ultra Magnus to me. So there you go. It looks great. And then we got KFC Citizen Stack, and I never got this guy. I think he came out, he was in competition with MP22 with the Masterpiece from Takara, but I always thought he was just too skinny for me. But you know, a lot of people liked him, I guess. Like I said, I've never messed around with him. I don't know how he feels, what the transformation or anything like that, but I mean, he looks fine. I mean, I wouldn't want him right now, but back in the day, he was pretty sought out for everything. So there you go. That is KFC Citizen Stack, and he looks all right. He's fine. And then we have this MMC Hero Hobby. This is City Captain. This is a super deformed kind of thing. I'd never heard of this one either. I guess I didn't really pay attention when this came out. But yeah, it's one of those little super deformed guys with the big heads and stuff. Transforms into a little, little carrier. Looks pretty cool. It's carrying Bumblebee and some other ones. And like I said, it looks pretty neat. But yeah, this is the MMC Hero Hobby. And this is City Captain. And this is super deformed Ultra Magnus. Thought I'd throw him into as well. Looks pretty cool. And then we got Planet X PX-14. This is Apollo, and he looks pretty good. I don't have this one either. I'm not messing around with the mold or anything like that. But you can take the shield off or the armor off and use it as a shield or like a little battle station. That looks pretty cool. I've heard some good things about Planet X. I have a couple of their stuff, but I'd never mess with this mold. But it looks pretty good. I like the little Land Rover kind of thing going on with the alt mode. That looks pretty good. Now this is from the video games, so it's gonna heavily affected for that. So there you go. That is the Planet X PX-14. This is Apollo, and this is from the War for Cybertron video games. Looks pretty good. And then we have Magic Square. This is their Light of Freedom White Ultra Magnus. Now, this is the bigger MP scale. They do have a Legend scale, which I'll talk about that a little later on. But this is the MP scale one. Now, they kind of dabbled in with Optimus Prime, and I think they did a Nemesis Prime version as well. Not for sure, but they did actually, Ultra Magnus. Looks really good. I love that translucent green, the translucent blue on him on the chest. Looks really good. I did mess around with the Optimus Prime. I never got this one, but it's just a recolor. So there you go. This is Magic Square. This is the MP scale of Light of Freedom, and this is the White Ultra Magnus. And the last one we're going to talk about as far as MP third-party scale, we got X Transbots. This is MX-22 Commander Stack, and man, I am excited for this one. He looks really good. No butt flap like the MP has. Really nicely articulated. Comes with a lot of stuff, accessories. He just looks good. He's really, is about a little taller than what the Optimus Prime is, which is, pretty cool. But yeah, it looks really good. He can do the Iron Man pose. I mean, come on now. If he does the Iron Man pose, he's awesome. But yeah, I really like it. So I'm really excited for him. X Transbots put out a whole lot of, a lot of renders and stuff. And I'm excited for this one finally to get another, Ultra Magnus. So yeah, he's probably going to replace the MP22 for me. So there you go. That is X Transbots MX22. This is Commander Stack. And man, I can't wait for him to get my collection. Well, all right, let's talk about some legends. And up first, we have DX9. This is X34W Ranton. This is their Warren Pocket. He is just a basic recolor of their Optimus Prime. And man, that Optimus Prime was terrible. I could not even keep the legs on. So I never got this guy. If he's anything like the Optimus Prime, not going to be really that good. But there you go. You have your options of quite a few of legends. So this is DX9 Toys. This is X34W Ranton. This is their Ultra Magnus. This is with a Warren Pocket. So all right. And then we move on to Papa Toys. This is PPT-05. This is their Ultra Magnus. Never have anything from Papa Toys, but this does not look that bad at all. Looks a whole lot better than a Hot Rod, but it comes with, some different faces, the Matrix, 2 guns, and he doesn't look that bad at all. And has anybody got this guy? If you do, hit me up in the comments. Tell me what you think of the Papa Toys Ultra Magnus. So yeah, this is PPT-05, and hey, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Papa Toys, all right. And then we move on to Iron Factory. This is EX04 City Commander. I think this is the first Iron Factory I ever got. I called him Little Maggie, but this is City Commander. And he was pretty cool. He was all-in-one. He wasn't a parts former. But yeah, he was like one of the early Iron Factory ones. And I think this was the first one I bought from Iron Factory. But there you go. That is IFEX04 City Commander. This is their first one. And then they released this behemoth, IfeX44. This is also City Commander, but this is the IDW. He has the final battle armor, and man, this one is freaking awesome. I love this one. The transformation is fun. Both alt mode and the bot mode look really good. Tons of weapons. He just has a really great presence for a legend scale. He is huge. Like I said, the Iron Factories are stylized, but man, this looks so good. One of my favorite ones from Iron Factory. So this is IFEX44 City Commander, and this is the final battle armor. And man, he is freaking fun and awesome. And then moving on to Magic Square, you got MS-B04. This is their transporter, and like I said, one of the earlier ones. I still like this one. Like I said, it's all in one. It's not the parts forming one, which we have one in a second. But yeah, this was Transporter. I did a versus with him against New Age. Yeah, I still really like the Transporter. It's pretty good. It's skinny, but I still like it. And like I said, I like the all-in-one kind of thing going on. Not the doesn't have the parts forming thing. But yeah, very good. And it also has a clear version too. I have the clear version, because I love some clear Transformers. But yeah, this is MS-B04. This is their Transporter. And then Magic Square came out with their Light of Justice, which is a legend scale white Optimus Prime. And then they came out with their armor, which is MS-B18W. So the armor was okay. It's a pain in the butt. It does not, especially in alt mode, it does not stay together that well. Now it does have a lot of parts forming. If you did watch my verses, you can see the difference between this one and the New Age one. There is tons of parts. Now going back and forth, it got a lot easier once you do it a couple of times. But man, the alt mode is it's okay. It looks all right. But the bot mode, man, it has some issue. It can't hold his weapon up because of the white prime. It just really wasn't that strong in the elbow area. So it does have some, it does have some issues and everything. But overall, it's not too bad looking. Once you put it on the shelf, it looks fine. But it's just not really fun to mess around with. So this is the Ultra Magnus. This is the Light of Justice with their armor set, and this is their Ultra Magnus. And yeah, it's fine. It's all right. And then we got Mech Fans Toys, and this is a knockoff of the Transporter. It's just an upscale knockoff of those. Not, nothing really anything different. Now, there is a 2.0 version as well. I don't know what the difference is. Like I said, I didn't mess around with the Mech Fans Toys one because it was a knockoff of the Magic Square one. So there you go. That is Mech Fans Toys, and that is the Transporter they have. And then we have AC Toys. I have no clue who this is. I don't even think this was made. All I have is some prototype pics. It is a Legend Scale Ultra Magnus. I mean, it looks okay, I guess, but like I said, I have no idea who this is. If anybody knows who it is, hit me in the comments. But yeah, this is AC Toys, and they tried to make an Ultra Magnus. I don't know for sure if it came out. Like I said, all I see is prototype pics. And the last legend we have is New Age Toys. This is Conquest, which is the White Prime. And then you have Octavian, which is Ultra Magnus. I really like this one. I know in the Versus kind of thing, I did not really say which one I like the best, but I do like this one better than the Magic Square. It does have some parts forming, not a whole lot like Magic Square, but it does have parts forming. But overall, really looks good. Does have some issues. It's not perfect, but I'm really excited for the Delta version or the Diaclone version coming out. It looks really good. This one has some nice paint. Articulation is really good. It just really looks nice. I like it and everything. So it's probably my favorite Legend Scale one. So there you go. This is New Age. This is, like I said, Conquest. You have the White Prime. The transformation is really cool too as well. And then you have Octavian. So this is really good. Yeah, New Age. Yeah, definitely really awesome stuff. Well, all right, let's move on to official, and you have to have the G1 Ultra Magnus. Come on now. I remember this was my first eBay purchase. Like I started collecting Transformers really hardcore back in 2001, and I found eBay. And yeah, this was, you would think it would be Starscream since he is my favorite character, but I saw this guy. I think he was complete without the box for like 25, 30 bucks. So I jumped right on it, and yeah, he was my first G1 purchase off of eBay. And they did a Toys R Us reissue one as well, like a commemorative set. They also had that. It had the long missiles, which looked really goofy, but child safety laws, golly. But yeah, G1 Ultra Magnus, I still have that G1 Ultra Magnus from eBay. So there you go, Ultra Magnus from the Generation 1 stuff. All right. And then up next we have Prime of Justice Laser Ultra Magnus. This is the G2 version. This is an e-hobby. I never got this one. I wish I would have. Now that they did, the Optimus Prime, and they did a Scourge from this too as well, and RID. But yeah, it has tons of weapons. You got the battle station mode. I love that translucent blue sword he has. It looks really good. I may try to get this sometime. I don't know. I think it's probably expensive to get this still. It's probably hard to find as well. But yeah, very nicely done. This is the Laser Ultra Magnus from G2. And it looks pretty sweet, man. I like it. And speaking of RID, here's RID Ultra Magnus. I love the alt mode. It looks really good. Got those big old weapons, and you got the shooting missiles. I love that. The bot mode, the legs are really funky and they just kind of weird. Now, he can combine with Optimus Prime, which was the fire truck, and they make a huge, like, super god general or something. But he's huge. I mean, he's really big. But he's a he's a brick. He's really a brick. But pretty cool. Like I said, RID is what really got me back into Transformers, and Ultra Magnus was definitely a good get or a good buy whenever I got him. So there you go. That is RID. This is Ultra Magnus, and he can combine with with the Optimus Prime. Why not? And then you got the Titanium series, which you had two versions. You had the G1 version, and you also had the War Within version as well. So different, two different ones. This series, was all, mainly die-cast, and they were just really floppy mess, to be honest. Not very good. But the G1 was okay. I liked it. It's still good. I still have them. I think I got every one of the Titaniums for some reason, but. Anyways, yeah, there you go. You got two versions of Ultra Magnus from the Titanium series, the G1 and the War Within. Awesome sauce. Then up next we have Alternity series, and this was a smaller version of the Alternators, and they did Ultra Magnus. He was a recolor of Optimus Prime, like most times, and it looks good. Like I said, these were good. With the alt modes were awesome. The car mode is beautiful. The bot modes, not that great. Something's lacking there. It just doesn't look that good. But I love the car modes. They look really nice, just like the alternators. That's what they were made for. So there you go. That is Alternative Ultra Magnus, and yeah, the car modes looks pretty good. And we got some Beast Wars love. We got the TFCC, which is the Transformers Collector Club Ultra Mammoth, and he was a recolor of the Prime one. And yeah, I have this one. Literally, really nice. I like it. It's a great mold. Got some issues, you got the big old tusk hanging out there and all that stuff, but I love the alt mode. Transformation is really easy, and he looks good in his bot mode as well. So this is the TFCC Ultra Mammoth, and yeah, looks pretty good. And speaking of TFCC, you also have BotCon. This was from the 2012 box set, and he was definitely another recolor Optimus Prime. This was the Laser Prime, I think what it was. And yeah, this was awesome. I like it. It's a good mold. I really like this one. He looks good. He looks menacing. I like the head sculpt. It looks like he's on fire or something. But yeah, this is the Shattered Glass version of BotCon 2012 Ultra Magnus. It looks pretty good. I like that. And then we're moving on to Energon Ultra Magnus, and he is a recolor of their Overlord from the Armada. And yeah, he came in, I think he was really, if I remember, he was really hard to get. Like, he was like the tail end of the series for Energon, and they just didn't make a lot of him. So he was going for a pretty penny back in the day. I don't know what he is going for now, but I have him. It's pretty cool. He came with some mini cons, like like a set of mini cons, and looks pretty good. So yeah, he was the Overlord, and Overload, not Overlord. He was a recolor Overload. So you could also combine with the Optimus Prime as well. So pretty cool. So there you go. That is Energon Ultra Magnus, and he comes with mini cons. All right. And then we had Universe Ultra Magnus, which he was a 2-pack with Tread Shot. And I still have this in the box as well because it just displays well. I like how he's crushing over Tread Shot. Now, he was a recolor of the Armada Bendy Optimus Prime. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. It comes with a mini con, and like I said, it comes in a display like that. I like it really. So there you go. That is Universe. Now there are also a Universe of the RID Ultra Magnus. I think it was a recolor kind of a thing going on, different box than what he came in with the RID. And then he also had a Legend Scale one with a 2-pack with a truck. I forgot his name, but yeah, there you go. There's some couple of Universe Ultra Magnuses, and yeah, pretty cool. Then up next we have Generations. This is the Fall of Cybertron Ultra Magnus, and just like Planet X, this is off the video game. I have this one. He is pretty cool. I do love the alt mode. I like that kind of a moon racer kind of thing going on, or moon vehicle. And the bot mode looks really good. Comes with a nice big old sword, a gun. So very nice. And I love the video games. Very nice. So there you go. That is Ultra Magnus. This is Fall of Cybertron from Generations. And yeah, he's freaking cool. And then we have Animated Leader Class Ultra Magnus, and I like this one. I like Animated, it's a great line. But this one had lights and sounds, his mouth moved, he has that huge hammer, and he transforms into some kind of, I don't know what kind of vehicle that is, but some kind of armored, kind of vehicle, but it looks pretty cool. It fits Ultra Magnus, to be honest. I like it. So yeah, transformation is fun. The bot mode looks pretty good. Like I said, I love that hammer, and he has lights and sounds. That's so cool. I missed that. But there you go. That is the Transformers Animated Leader Class Ultra Magnus. And then moving on to Transformers Prime Ultra Magnus, and it looked all right. I mean, the bot mode looks kind of goofy. The alt mode looks pretty cool as well. Now they did have a Legend Scale one for that. I do love the translucent blue weapon. That looks really good. He does come with a hammer. So yeah, very nice. So that is the Prime one. And then they moved over to Beast Hunters, and it was a redeco of Optimus Prime as well. He had shooting weapons. He has a nice hammer. I do love the alt mode. It looks more Optimus Prime a little bit. It did have like a little backpack thing you could put on. So there you go. That is Prime and also Prime Beast Hunters. And he also had a Platinum version as well. And I think this was a BBTS exclusive. And it was a darker shade of blue. And I love the gold hammer. It looks really good. And so yeah, pretty cool. So that is the Platinum Series Ultra Magnus. And that goes all together with the Prime Series. So there you go. That is Ultra Magnus from Prime. And then we're moving on to classics. And like I said earlier, he did have the Fans Project add-on kit that goes with him. Now, this was a 2-pack with Skywarp. And I remember he was another hard one to get. Because right when the Fans Project, kit came out, everybody wanted that set. And it was just hard to get. I know he was going for like $150 for that 2-pack, and it was really hard. So yeah, there you go. Now they also had a United version, which was the Takara version. It was more white, especially all of the legs, and no blue. So yeah, they had a United version as well. I have both of these, and they're, I still like the Classics version. It's a great toy still. And I love the add-on kit from Fans Projects. It, makes it look like Ultra Magnus. So there you go. This is the Classics version and the United version of Ultra Magnus. And then we got Combiner Wars up next. Now, I'm not a big fan of Combiner Wars, probably one of my least favorite series, but I do like this Ultra Magnus. It's got a more of an IDW kind of look to him. I love the alt mode, looks really good. All transforms in one. It's not a parts forming. So it looks good. It comes with 2 guns, and you can make a big old hammer out of it. So it looks really good. So yeah, the Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus is not bad at all. Probably one of my favorite ones out of that series. And that looks pretty good. And both modes look really nice. So there you go. That is Ultra Magnus from Combiner Wars. And then up next we have a Titan Master Ultra Magnus. He came with RC. I think she was like a 2017 exclusive. And not much, it's just a little Titan Master with a little head. But the Headmaster looks really good. The head skull looks really nice. So there you go. Titan Returns Ultra Magnus that came with RC. And then there was a Sentinels Transformers Ultra Magnus Pin. Now, I have the Optimus Prime one. My boy Robert D, he got it to me for a gift like a long, long time ago. But they did a recolor of Ultra Magnus. Now, the pin does work. It does write. It's pretty cool. It does transform to like a little pin to the alt mode. And it's pretty good. I like the Optimus Prime one. I never got the Ultra Magnus one, but, it'd be pretty cool to get one. So there you go. There is a Ultra Magnus Pin. And that is from Sentinel Transformers. All right. And then we're going to move on to probably my favorite Chug Scale Ultra Magnus. This is Siege, War for Cybertron. And I like this one. I love the alt mode. It's kind of got the RID look in the front of the cab. And you can carry on other Transformers. And you got the nice weapons. Great articulation. It's got the, the space mud or space goop or whatever around it. I like it. I think it adds character to it. Transformation is fun. It's a great toy. I love the Siege one. It was one of my favorites, one out of the line. So there you go. That is Siege Ultra Magnus from War for Cybertron. And then you had the spoiler pack, the War for Cybertron. This was the Siege inspired for Ultra Magnus. Now it was a recolor, more of a dark blue. He still had the battle damage. Now he also came with a recolor of Rung. I forgot the name of this one, but he also came with a blast effect, and he came with some other stuff and everything. So it looks really good. I have the spoiler pack. It looks really nice. So there you go. That is the 2-pack with the recolor of Rung and Ultra Magnus. And then you have Kingdom Ultra Magnus, and it's more of an Earth mode. The truck is a little different than what the Siege one looks like. Now the bot mode almost looks almost the same. There's some differences, but not a whole lot. But yeah, I like this one too as well. Really great articulation. They took off the space space mud, all that stuff, and yeah, really fun transformation. It's a really good toy. I really like it. So this is War for Cybertron Kingdom, and this is their Leader Class Ultra Magnus, and yeah, I really like both of those. All right, up next is Masterpiece MP2. This is Ultra Magnus. Now, he doesn't have the armor or anything like that. He was basically just a recolor of the MP1, which was Optimus Prime. He was that big, bulky. I mean, he had die cast everywhere. You can knock out a grown man with this thing. Love the turquoise. Love the blue. Looks really good. I never had this one. I did have the MP1, but I never had Ultra Magnus. So this is MP2, Masterpiece Ultra Magnus, the first one. And the last Ultra Magnus we'll be talking about is MP22. This is Masterpiece Ultra Magnus. Now, it's fine. It does have some issues. Like I said, I'm more excited for the X-Transbots. It's definitely going to replace this one. The alt mode looks pretty good. Transformation was fine. The bot mode's got some issues. Like I said, it's got the big old butt flap. The articulation is really lacking on this one because he's just a bulky bot. Ultra Magnus is just bulky. But overall, he's going to still be in my collection. I'll put him with my 86 crew, but like I said, the X-Transbots one, it looks better. It looks cleaner, and it's going to have better articulation. But this one came out quite a few years ago, so it is about time somebody made a better or a different Ultra Magnus than what this is. But like I said, if nobody would ever put one out, I would have been fine with this Ultra Magnus. He's fine. So there you go. That is Masterpiece MP22. This is Ultra Magnus, and there you go. Pretty cool. Well, all right, folks, that concludes my which Transformer belongs in your collection, and that was Ultra Magnus, and I had a great time. Man, there are so many options for Ultra Magnus, so if you're a big Ultra Magnus fan, hey, man, you got some great options. Yeah, hit me up some likes, shares, prayers, and care bears. Go ahead and hit that sub button for me, and hit me up some comments. Tell me which one you like, which one's your favorite Ultra Magnus. Did I forget one? If I did miss one, I apologize, but tell me which one you like. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next which Transformer belongs in your collection. And as always, be good to yourself. Hail Ultra Magnus, and good night, folks.